Again, we're pitch side here with LeTourneau men's head soccer coach TJ Milby. It's the pre-game interview as we get set for the final SCAC semifinal of the evening here on Semifinal Friday. Coach, coming off an emotional win last night, a big victory for this team to get in the SCAC semifinals. Just, how did you kind of reset the group here coming into tonight and sort of enjoy yesterday, but also know that there's a big opportunity at hand tonight?
Yeah, it was great. I feel like I didn't have to do a lot. I feel like for them, like it was already okay. On to the next. Let's prepare. Let's get ready. I thought they did a great job of seeing yesterday as just the first step of a bigger journey, hopefully. And so yeah, I feel like I didn't have to do much. They were already ready for it.
Coach, when we come to this stage, our biggest stage here in the SCAC. You're kind of feeling some nerves as a team kind of gets into this atmosphere. Your team's kind of been through that already. Is that something that you feel like maybe you could have a little bit of an edge, especially early on in the game as TLU sort of starts to figure their way into this tournament for the first time?
Yeah, for sure. I thought it took us a little bit to get into the game yesterday. The stage is big and, win or go home kind of environment and kind of moment. But, this is really our third win or go home game in a row. And so I feel like we're at home here and we're comfortable to perform with that.
What's been the vibe with the guys as the day has unfolded? I'm sure slept in a little bit, but started to sort of physically and emotionally start to get prepared. How are the guys, coming over on the bus and getting ready for tonight?
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of belief still. Yeah, I think confidence in each other and in what we are and who we are. I think especially the performance that we put in last night just breathes more belief and confidence into the group and what we're trying to do and who we're trying to be.
Coach, we were talking before we came on. It's just fun to watch a team grow into kind of taking on a personality and identity. And for you in your first year, and you have that one shot as a first-year head coach, and all of this coming together at this perfect time. What is your emotion as you get ready to step in and coach this semifinal?
Yeah, I think just really grateful for these guys, and mostly just grateful for another night to see them play and to see them perform. I think last night could have been the last, and we get to play again, and so grateful that we get to play, and hopeful that we get more.
Stars are out tonight. It's Semifinal Friday, the finale this evening with a chance to go to the SCAC Championship. LeTourneau head coach TJ Milby. Gentlemen, back to you in the booth. We're joined pitch side for this pre-match interview with Texas Lutheran head men's soccer coach Eddie Salazar as we are here in the semifinal Friday. It's the nightcap. TLU taking on LeTourneau. Coach, back on the biggest stage. What's the energy like with your group coming into this week?
Energy is good. We got into our final stretches with preparations, and the guys feel good about everything. They're nice and loose, and so now's the time where they start to get locked in and then start to take the energy, putting it on the pitch.
What's been the message this week in practice as you and your team have started to get focus and come into this opportunity this week?
Consistency, and again, man, just sticking to what we've been trying to work on and sticking to the things that have been working for us. So it's hard to keep momentum going. It's hard to keep growing, but that's the aim. We just keep growing, as much as we can, game after game, and all we can do is stay in control of the things that we can control.
Coach, exciting fixture coming up, taking on LeTourneau. This is a team that's been, in good form of late. Obviously, a big win last night in overtime. So, certainly they've had their legs, worn out after last night, but they have that belief, certainly. So, how do you kind of make sure your guys are focused, as they sort of dip their toe in for the first time here in this SCAC tournament environment?
Well, I mean, again, there's no time to dip the toe in. We got to jump straight in because they've already gotten themselves acclimated to it. TJ and Tim, they do a fantastic job with the group, and that's why they are where they are. So we know that they're not going to hand us anything. We know we're going to have to earn everything tonight, and that's the aim.
Coach, you've been a part of some really special moments in this tournament. Now finally getting back to the biggest stage. For you, as you get ready to lead this Bulldogs team, just take me through your emotions coming into this weekend.
I mean, it's always going to be the same stuff, right? You don't know what's on the other side of things, so everybody is a little bit anxious, but it's more so being able to keep ourselves level, keep ourselves again, like I said, just progressing. That's been the biggest thing for us, and so we can talk about stories of past tournaments and the good, the bad, and everything in between, but at the end of the day, these guys haven't experienced that just yet. So it's their time to jump in the pool on the deep end and make sure that, again, they're ready to swim, and I think that they are.
Texas Lutheran University head men's soccer coach Eddie Salazar. Coach, best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Russell.
Primetime night here at SCAC Semifinal Friday under the lights where the stars are out bright. Texas Lutheran will take on LeTourneau here. Kickoff is next. Back to you in the booth.
And we're back live here from Round Rock, Texas. We get set for our final semifinal match. The LeTourneau Yellow Jackets coming in with a 7-6-5 record, coming off their semifinal overtime win 1-0 last night. They'll take on Texas Lutheran, the number 2 seed, Eddie Salazar's team, 10-4-3 on the year. Looking at the starting lineups, first for LeTourneau, a freshman from Fresno, California, number 3, Sammy Schmorgun. A junior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, is number 4, Christian Prink. A senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, number 6, Aiden Arcega. A senior from Kajobi, Kenya, number 7, Nate Bransford. A freshman from Houston, Texas, number 10, Bridge Wabukiri. A junior from Brownwood, Texas, number 13, Caleb Nelson. Sophomore from League City, Texas, number 14, Joshua Van Wagner. Number 16 is a freshman from Sunnyvale, California, Elias Aragon. Number 26 is a senior from Longview, Texas, Diego Enriquez. A freshman from Longview, Texas, number 29, Henry Shore. And in the goal, a junior from Houston, Texas, number 99, Edson Camara Martinez. TJ Milby, the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, assisted by Timothy Lee and James Wright. For the TLU Bulldogs, their starters, number 2, freshman from North Richland Hills, Texas, Elijah Lopez. Number 3, freshman from Missouri City, Texas, is Alex Hart. A junior from Spring, Texas, number 5, Carson Aldridge. Senior from Humboldt, Texas, is number 7, Diego Sanchez. Freshman from San Marcos, Texas, number 8, Max Guzman. A sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, number 9, Raymond Palmer. A senior from Brownsville, Texas, number 10, Carlos Longoria. Freshman from San Antonio, Texas, number 11, Jesus Carrillo. A senior from Grapevine, Texas, number 18, Evan Bremonts. And a sophomore from Houston, Texas, number 41, Ben Gutierrez. And in the goal, a freshman from Houston, Texas, graduate of Humboldt High School, number 1, Ernesto Avila. The head coach of the TLU Bulldogs, Eddie Salazar. Assistants are Jimmy Flores and Noel Pena. And taking a look at the referees for this final semifinal contest. Our head referee is Ryan Linskog. Assistant referees are Fernando Macias and Chris Gordon, and Fernando Galvan is the 4th. LeTourneau will be in the blue jerseys with the gold numbers, and TLU in the black numbers and black letters. Rounds over to Alex Hart. Now off for number 7, Diego Sanchez. That ball is going to be kicked high and a little wide. Ball headed, and they'll retreat, and they'll leave it off for Avila. Well played along the far side. LeTourneau tries to turn it back, and they'll get it back to Avila. Ernesto Avila, the goalie for TLU. And they'll leave it off now for Elijah Lopez. Play it ahead. LeTourneau will get the turnover. Back to Lopez. They get a run going. That ball's going to be deflected. That should be a corner kick as Nelson making the run there. And we'll get our first corner of the match. Enriquez will take the corner here. Ball booted away. Is Nelson giving chase. We'll try to corral that one. And then a bit of breakaway for Gutierrez. Now Gutierrez gets it back. Gutierrez now marked by a couple of defenders. And they'll reset. TLU with possession. Gutierrez trying to get ahead into the box. Played away by Wabukiri. They'll feed it inside. They'll work it back out. That was Bremont's on the ball. I'll chip it inside, and this will be Martinez coming to get it. Here's the kick out near the midfield area for Martinez. Headed towards the offensive end by LeTourneau, but played that time by Sanchez. And cleared out near midfield. Fremont works it back. Now he'll get it back. And that was Aldridge. Leaves it over now for Hart. Plays it ahead. Then Longoria. And Martinez dives, and he's going to knock it past the goal line, so this will be a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
Opportunity right here for TLU early on in this one to try to get ahead of LeTourneau with the corner kick. So have a chance for the set piece.
So LeTourneau's already had one corner. This will be the first of the match for TLU. And the left for the kick, and fielded by Martinez. Trying to make the play there was Palmer in the box, but Martinez went up and got it. Kicked ahead by the Bulldogs. Now battle, and that's going to be kicked out by LeTourneau. Clock moving, 39-13 left to go first half. And the winner will face Colorado College on Sunday for the championship. And again, the ball kicked out of bounds. Hart will come down to play it on the throw-in for TLU. Just an absolutely gorgeous night. Very little wind. In fact, no wind to speak of. Unlike yesterday when the wind was definitely a factor, particularly in the afternoon. That ball is going to be headed in and saved by Martinez. I think it was Bremont who was able to head that one, but Martinez there to cut it off. So a couple of shots on goal here early for the Bulldogs, but not able to beat Martinez so far. Trying to take position here midfield. And it'll be kicked out by the Bulldogs.
Again, we've had very much the feel of feeling each other out today in the semifinal matches. It was the quarterfinals yesterday where teams were striking early and often to try to get ahead, especially with the wind advantage.
And the knockdown there is going to the turf that time was Palmer, so the foul will be the first of the match on either side. Bulldogs have possession, and ball will be kicked. And it'll be kept in bounds, eventually headed out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. Now throw-in will come for LeTourneau. Nelson got knocked down. Ball headed ahead that time by Longoria. And that one laid in by Lopez. Trying to get to Longoria on the outside. He's able to recover. Ball booted away that time by Van Wagner, the Clear Creek graduate. 36-10 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, both these teams trying to figure out who's going to move on to face the Colorado College Tigers in the men's championship. The women's championship scheduled right now for 11 a.m. on Sunday will be on the air on Flow Sports at 10:45 for the pre-match show, as it will be the Concordia Tornadoes and the McMurray Warhawks doing battle in the women's final. A 4-2 matchup in the women's final.
And ball kicked out of bounds there by the Bulldogs.
And the 1 seed in the men's bracket waiting in the championship. The Colorado College Tigers handling business and moving on with a 2-0 victory against Austin College in the previous match.
Hart kicking up high in the air. Wabi Carey gives it back to one of his teammates. Now Lopez, or rather that was Sanchez. Now Vila gets it back over to Sanchez. Gets by one defender. And we'll get it back here near midfield. They may have a little space here to the right. Long pass upfield. Longoria trying to recover. He'll leave it back for Lopez. Trying to get it back to Longoria on a run. Ball deflected out of bounds. Nice job with Nelson trying to get in there defending. A good job, though, by Longoria to keep possession. Hart works over to Sanchez. Back to Hart. In fact, this is Aldridge. I'll leave it in the middle. Weeding through some traffic there was Bremont. And the pass a little long. That'll be past the goal line.
Yeah, over the inline, so it'll be a goal kick for LeTourneau.
In none of these semifinals have we had early goals. The 2 goals scored by Colorado College came late in the first half. Circling back, that time was Longoria. There's some contact there at midfield. This will be a foul against the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets. Second foul called on the Yellow Jackets so far in the half.
I believe in the first women's semifinal, it was the 82nd minute when the first goal went on the board.
Yeah, just over 7 minutes left to play in the second half. And obviously that was a stunner.
And then McMurray not getting anything on the board until the second half in that one, but ultimately putting 2 on the board to secure that victory.
Ball cleared out the midfield, and now a run here, and an open run. This is Shore. Shore leaves it off, and the kick is just wide by Nelson. Shore gave a good feed there for Nelson, and they had a clear run at the goal right there, but Nelson not able to get it on frame.
That one you're going to look back on later on in this matchup. If LeTourneau can't ever get the lead in this one, you're going to look back at that one and say, man, he had a wide open frame. He just didn't hit it cleanly, and it had an opportunity to give LeTourneau a 1-0 lead here early on in this one.
And you almost wonder if Shore got a little too unselfish right there. He had a pretty good look at the goal. But try to get it to Nelson. Nelson had a good look. That's going to be, is that going to haunt LeTourneau as we go through this match?
Yeah, just didn't catch it cleanly and missed it towards the near side post. As you watch along on Flow Sports.
As a double mark Shore there defensively, they'll get it back. And Bremont's got knocked down and no whistle. I think that's just good, hard defensive play.
Yeah, there was just a missed play along the back line for TLU that allowed that opportunity for LeTourneau.
The crowd screaming for a foul on Bremont, but he just fell down. He was not knocked down.
And again,
now,
a lot of the stuff that you've seen called in the regular season is not being called here. They are letting teams play and letting the players decide it. We've seen some excellent officiating here at the SCAC Conference Tournament.
Good pass into the box. That is going to be, and then now also deflected. So right now, LeTourneau putting on the pressure. But now turning is Carrillo. Now Hart comes to get it. Hart up the right side. That nice defending there. And Shore gets it back. Shore battling a couple of defenders, and he gets knocked down. And that draws the ire of the TLU fans. So that'll be the first foul of the match against the Bulldogs. Free kick coming here for, so far shots on goal, 2-0 in favor of TLU, and both teams have gotten 2 shots at the goal.
This free kick coming from just outside your living room as you watch along on Flow Sports.
Ball delivered into the box, trying to get to the header there. Nelson trying to get to that one, kicked up in the air by Longoria, cleared out to midfield. Trying to find Shore on that long pass, but it goes over him, and it's going to be fielded by Avila, the goaltender here for the Bulldogs. Now get it out to Sanchez here on that far left side. Diego Sanchez. Nice defending there by Wabukiri. And coming up nicely there on defense was Branford. Should say Bransford. Jake Bransford, the native of Kenya. Ball kicked up in the air. Hart with a header back across midfield and played back by the Yellow Jackets. A battle there. Sanchez tries to keep it in, and he does, but actually kicks it now into the LeTourneau bench. Just over 28.5 minutes left to go in the half. And a lot of physical play here is going down was Nelson. They're going to whistle the foul here on TLU. So an opportunity now for LeTourneau as Nelson goes down.
Have a free kick opportunity for LeTourneau.
Second foul of the half against the Bulldogs. And taking the free kick will be Diego Enriquez. Enriquez is graduate, local product from Longview High School. Staying home to play his college soccer at LeTourneau. There's Enriquez with a high kick. That ball punched away by Avila. Now opportunity with some room now for Palmer.
Yeah, TLU with the counter opportunity.
Palmer trying to feed it inside, and Longoria can get it to Longoria.
It's one of the things LeTourneau has done very well, getting back on defense. It's created a lot of opportunities.
There's Wapikiri. Deflects off one of his teammates. Enriquez with a right-footed boot. And headed away that time by Aldridge. Sanchez comes to get that one. And I believe a handball was called there. So free kick opportunity now for TLU. Ball headed for the penalty area, but leaping to make the play. It's going to be Kamara Martinez, graduate of Clear Lake High School. So a couple of Clear Creek ISD graduates on the field here for LeTourneau. Van Wagner, one of the defenders from Clear Creek High School, and Martinez from Clear Lake. Closing in on 26 minutes, 19 minutes gone here in this first half. All even 0-0. Trying to find Nelson on the long throw. Now looking to turn that time, it was Gutierrez. I'll get off now. This is Lopez trying to cut inside, gets it over to Longoria. Good defending there, but Longoria able to keep possession, trying to get the centering pass. I'll get it back out now to Lopez. This ball will bounce in, and Martinez will play it at the near post. As ball headed back into the midfield area. Ball kicked high in the air here. As Marpikiri trying to get to that one. Shore keeping it alive. Shore spinning. Shore looking for some room. He'll leave it back. And go over here on the far side. Now Nelson will come and get it. Nelson looking to center it. Trying to find Wabikiri. Then Longoria went down. They'll call the foul. As I believe they get Arcega for that foul. And LeTourneau gets the turnover at midfield. They'll try to press the attack here, but defense all over that one. And they'll get it back here for TLU. So Sanchez on the far side. Not able to keep that one in with Carrillo. So the goal kick will be made by LeTourneau. Still 0-0. Ball volleyed back and forth. Retreating now Aldridge. These are for Sanchez, left side Sanchez with a left-footed boot. See if we can get an opening here for the Bulldogs. It'll be cleared off to the side. Under 23 minutes left to play first half. 0-0 here between TLU and LeTourneau.
I'm telling myself the same thing, bro. I say the same thing. If I never fucking, I'll get 16 when you step on the field.
We'll have a throw in coming from the far side. Oh, cleared out. Now high boot cleared to midfield, but not out of the defensive end for LeTourneau. A race to the ball in the corner. As Carrillo trying to get there, and he'll force the kick out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in here deep in the attacking third for the TLU Bulldogs. Coming all the way down is Alex Hart. He'll have the throw in. And what's been interesting is not either of these teams have gone to their bench yet.
We do see some LeTourneau substitutions waiting to be called in.
So I guess that change will be coming here in a minute. As soon as we get the opportunity. At the top of the box, it's going to be cleared. LeTourneau's defense so far was pretty solid. Lopez will do it towards the box, clear it out with the header. And a high kick, and that's going to be knocked over the crossbar that time by Martinez.
And Martinez had a little bit of space and wanted to put one on frame just a bit too high, as I think the goalie would have gotten a piece of it anyways if it would have been just a little bit lower. But an excellent opportunity there to fire at the top of the net, and just hits the top of the crossbar, goes over the end.
I believe that was Palmer on the shot attempt. And I thought it looked like Martinez might have got a hand on it. He did not, so it'll be a goal kick here for Martinez. And coming over to play that one, it was Ernesto Avila, the goalie for the Bulldogs. Cleared out by LeTourneau. They'll play it back to Sanchez. Looking down deeper as Nelson will play that one.
First
Shore circling back.
First TLU substitution about to come into the contest.
And we have a whistle called on a foul. It's going to be whistled. This time on LeTourneau. There's the header, and that's going to be cleared once again by LeTourneau. LeTourneau did a good job kind of clearing those loose balls in the box.
Yeah, they've been excellent on defense in this SCAC tournament for sure.
A clean sheet yesterday for Edson Camara Martinez. And another goal kick coming here for the Yellow Jackets.
Number 12, and number 37, Evan Pacheco.
And it's coming in will be Jaden Frank, number 12. Jaron Wilkerson has come in for LeTourneau. It's the ball at midfield. TLU with possession. We'll get ahead to Longoria. Carlos Longoria, the very dangerous forward. And the whistle will blow. And the ball will go on the free kick to the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets. Evan Pacheco is also checked in for TLU. Pacheco, number 27. Third ahead by Carrillo. But the LeTourneau gets it back as Shore trying to play it forward. Keeping control of that one was Bransford. The ball taken away, and coming up the far side is Pacheco. He got dispossessed temporarily. And the ball will be into the hands of Martinez. Now across midfield. Nelson lost the ball now. Here comes Gutierrez the other way. In the middle, Pacheco has a runner on the outside. Is he going to be able to get there? No. In fact, they say he did get there. Wow. The centering feed is deflected out. Now Hart. Well, heavy on the touch there by his teammate. Now Aldridge at the midfield circle. Works over left side for Sanchez. Pacheco trying to get that into the box. It's going to be deflected out about 40 yards from the goal. Ball kept in the offensive half here for TLU. So the Bulldogs with possession. Longoria's kick is going to be well over the crossbar.
That one looked like he was trying to hit it over the crossbar, not under it.
He's playing the wrong kind of football.
Yeah, I think in this one you want to try to hit it under the crossbar.
Couple substitutions coming in for LeTourneau.
Just amazed at the complete dynamic change in weather from yesterday to today, in the breeze that we had yesterday versus today, and then what we will have on Sunday for the championships.
Yeah, talk about a change. And a whistle there, and a foul's going to be called on TLU.
Go from a high of 89 today to a high of about 54 on Sunday for championship
Well, we'll say
Sunday.
that's how the winner's supposed to feel.
And feels like temperature is going to be around the upper 40s when we kick off that women's championship match at 11 a.m.
Ball right in on Avila. Now Sanchez trying to clear that out, but LeTourneau keeping it in the offensive third. Carson Watts, by the way, the other substitution in the game for LeTourneau, and like a handball was called. So our shots on goal favoring TLU 2-1. Each team has only gotten 3 shots, so the defense on both sides have been really solid. These teams have been largely kept on the perimeter. TLU trying to get the attack going. And well, the players for the Bulldogs got knocked down. That'll be a foul. So a free kick here just outside really about 30 yards from the front of the goal. And the clock stopped here. In fact, it's still rolling with just under 13 and a half minutes left to go in the half. Four fouls called on TLU, 7 against LeTourneau so far. The opportunity here on the set piece to try to break this 0-0 deadlock. Get to the near post, and there to field it is Martinez. And both these goalies are reading things very solidly so far. Look at Max Guzman on the shot attempt, counting as the 3rd shot on goal for the Bulldogs. Battling on the side is Watts. That ball is going to be booted into the stands.
Substitutions for both teams. In the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 25, Marcus Gonzalez.
Marcus Gonzalez will make his first appearance.
Number 34, Nico Gonzalez. And number 43, Romario Salazar.
And two fresh players on the field now coming in for TLU. Leandro Ferrer is checked in for LeTourneau. So the free kick will be made here by Martinez for the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets. Nico Gonzalez is checked in for TLU. He replaces Jesus Carrillo. LeTourneau has it. Ball headed away that time by Lopez. Good sliding play there by Pacheco. And LeTourneau looking for the centering feed here. But a double team there and some contact, no whistle. The ball headed out of bounds by the Jackets.
Substitution for Texas in the game for the Bulldogs, number 20, David Villarreal.
David Villarreal, number 20, graduate of Reagan High School in San Antonio. Now into the game. Clock moving with just over 10 minutes left to go in the half. Neither team has scored. If this holds up, this will be the third of the four matches today to be 0-0 at halftime. Both men's quarterfinal matches yesterday went to overtime, with Austin College advancing on penalty kicks and then a golden goal for LeTourneau. As TLU looks to try to get it out, they try to get it out wide. And they leave that one for Romario Salazar, who's checked in line number 43. And that'll be another goal kick here for LeTourneau. And Martinez to boot it away. Well, cleared away Aldridge. LeTourneau gets there first. Some physical challenging there at midfield. Now Aldridge will circle back for that one. Headed out to the side. Headed back towards the box. Now getting it to the outside. Now looking for a centering pass. TLU keeps possession. So they've not been able to find space. That ball is going to trickle just wide of the far post.
Yeah, an opportunity there, just going over the end line, to be a goal kick for LeTourneau.
As we close out, 8 minutes left to go, first half. 3-1 advantage in shots on goal for TLU. Bulldogs also have more total shots, 4-3.
It was about this time in the first semifinal when Colorado College broke through the dam.
And then quickly added a second goal, and that was basically all she wrote. Get more contact there, but rightly no whistle. And a late whistle there, and I think that's going to be on TLU.
And we've seen some fans a little upset with the lack of calls or lack of things being called. But I've got to tell you, the referees here at the conference tournament have done an excellent job of letting the players decide the action. It has not gotten out of hand in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and it's been a very cool thing to see, to let players continue to play through contact.
Yeah, these officials done a good job of stepping in when they needed to. Something was getting a little chippy, but very consistent. Allowed these teams to play pretty physical on both the women's and men's side. And this is going to result in another goal kick.
Substitution for Texas Booster. And the game for the Bulldogs. Number 4, Cristiano Perez.
Cristiano Perez out of El Paso, Texas. From El Paso, but he went to school in San Antonio and at Antonian Prep. One of the really good private school programs in the state, really all around excellence. And a whistle will be blown there. A foul committed by LeTourneau. Heavy touch there. Now LeTourneau will turn it back upfield. All taken away by the Bulldogs, but taken back by LeTourneau. There's the header, now controlled by TLU. As Pacheco trying to make a run up the far side. Trying to get into the middle. Longoria looking to find some space. So there's just not much there for either team. So the Bulldogs do keep possession. And one of the TLU players gets thrown to the ground.
Yeah. Fans going crazy there because that one was right at the edge of the box.
Yeah, they're not going to let that one go. That was very, very physical.
And actually the foul is called about 2 yards outside the box. So an opportunity here for TLU to maybe strike through on the scoreboard with just over 4.5 minutes to go.
We saw in the first men's semifinal Teddy Oppler, one of the best offensive players in the league, firing at a beautiful kick from about this distance in the upper right corner to get the second goal for Colorado College. Clock winding here under 4.5 minutes as the officials talking to the players in the wall here. And did not get through the wall. And be played back by TLU. They'll work it over to Sanchez. In fact, that is Perez who checked in. He's in Sanchez's spot. They'll get it back over to Salazar. Salazar with a little bit of room and fires that one well wide. Getting that close to on frame.
Yeah, that not necessarily a shot so much as it is maybe trying to find somebody out near the far post or cutting to the far post.
As we approach 3 minutes left to play. Good job shielding the attacking player there. As coming over number 34, this is Nico Gonzalez.
LeTourneau's going to knock it out over the sideline, so it's going to be a throw-in for TLU as we move under 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Alex Hart coming on to make the throw. So once again, an opportunity here for TLU. Cleared with the header. And now chasing to get that one is Martinez. Almost all the way outside of the box. Two minutes left to go in the half. Ball near the midfield stripe, and they'll say out of bounds, and it'll be LeTourneau for the throw in.
Substitution for LeTourneau. In the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 15.
Camden Carlskent checks in for the first time for LeTourneau, number 15. So we have close to a minute left to play in the half.
One minute remaining in the first half.
As we play, work at the final minute of the half. And the ball's going to be fielded easily that time by Avila. And barring a late surge, it looks like we're going to go to the half at 0-0. LeTourneau gains possession but gives it right back. Over on the far side. On the run is Perez. Got it in the center of the box, but it's going to be cleared out by the LeTourneau defense. And that should do it here for the first half. We count down the final 10 seconds.
6, 5, 4, 3.
And that will be the end of the first half of play here from Round Rock, Texas, as the final semifinal here is in play, and we are all knotted 0-0 between TLU and LeTourneau, and we'll come back here as we get ready to start the second half after about a 15-minute break on Flow Sports. As we return for the second half here, it is 0-0 between Texas Lutheran and LeTourneau. Let's give you a look at the first half numbers here. And so far, total shot attempts 6-4 in favor of TLU. Shots on goal 3-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Both teams had a corner. No yellow cards issued in the first half. LeTourneau committed 9 fouls to 4 by TLU, and no offsides were called on either side. So LeTourneau will going from the north to the south end. The TLU will get the first kick here of the second half. As Longoria sets it over on the far side. Coming to play that one is Carrillo. Back to Gutierrez trying to turn. Crossing pass there. Chipped over Longoria. A heavy touch there, but trying to keep it alive. Play it out to Wambikiri. Now Wambikiri trying to keep the possession alive here, but Gutierrez will come over. Now Sanchez, he's going to play it back to his goalie, and Avila will control that one. We're a minute in here in the second half. Pass goes into the far corner, and it will be chased down by the Bulldogs. And that is going to earn a corner here for TLU. Second corner kick for the match for TLU. Ball kicked out cleared out of the box here. And the aggressive challenge is going to be ticketed. Phone call there on Aiden Arcega. So another free kick opportunity now. Say about 30 yards away from the mouth of the goal. Foul number 9 called against the Yellow Jackets. First of the second half. That kick's deflected off the wall. Nelson comes over to try to play it. He's going to turn it upfield. Nelson tightrope in the sideline, keeping control of the ball, trying to center it. Cleared up near midfield. Over to the far side. Van Wagner getting it. And coming over is Avila to make the play there. Longoria trying to turn. Couldn't find Lopez. He was making a run up the far side. Four minutes in here in the second half. That ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. Under 40 and a half minutes left to play as we have just started the second half. Well, headed out there by the defense. Over on the far side, keeping it alive is Palmer. They go across the pitch there on that pass. Nice ball there. Palmer trying to get to that one. Good ball to Palmer. It's knocked down. Palmer went down. But they're just not going to blow a whistle on that one. Players are going to have to earn it. The ball kept alive on the sideline. And good defending there. As chipping that one ahead is going to be Enriquez. But nobody there on the other end. Now see if TLU can get the attack going again. Bulldogs trying to push numbers forward. Good little exchange there. The ball is going to be booted over to the far side. And that will be a corner kick coming up for TLU. This will be the third corner for the TLU Bulldogs. This will be Sanchez to ball's going to be headed and goal! And that looked like that was number 5, Carson Aldridge, who headed it in. That is Aldridge who will get credit for the goal. And that gives TLU a 1-0 lead. And Sanchez will get credit on the assist. As the goal here in the 52nd minute of the game has put TLU up 1-0. And we get a free kick here for LeTourneau. As again, Aldridge on the goal at the 50 in the 51st minute of the match. Diego Sanchez with the assist. Now LeTourneau's got to play from behind. That kick's going to go well wide. And Avila will be able to boot it away. TLU trying to take control of midfield, but LeTourneau's got his Nelson trying to get into the middle, and then what a collision there, and there is a Bulldog player down. That looks like Jesus Carrillo. I'm sorry, that's actually 41, Gutierrez, and he got up limping a little bit, but appears to be okay.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing a lot more challenges with some authority here in this one, as LeTourneau just working to try to get back in this one after going down a goal.
And that goes off of Avila, but no one able to collect the rebound there and tap it home for LeTourneau. And into the middle. LeTourneau has an opportunity here, but that kick is going to try to get over to Bobby Keary. He's going to go out of bounds. We're under 36 minutes left to go here in the second half. Right now, the shot attempts overall favor TLU 8-6. Shots on goal 4-3 in favor of the Dogs. But the most important stat, 1-0 in favor of Texas Lutheran. That one will go out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Bulldogs. So this score line holds. It will be a 1 versus 2 matchup in the men's final tomorrow. There's still a lot of soccer left to be played here. Now Nelson on the far side looking for the centering feed. And had a player there on the back end not able to collect that one was Bransford. That ball's going to be booted back out to midfield. Get it back to Enriquez. Okay, good job not committing the handball right there. And the Bulldogs will get it back. Try to get upfield here. Ball headed forward by Palmer, but played by LeTourneau. In fact, they'll let it go out of bounds for the throw-in. They'll try to push forward. As we go under the 34-minute mark here in the second half. TLU would love to add an insurance goal here. Even though they have the lead, one defensive mistake could lead to the tying goal. Nice feed there. A little heavy on the touch. And now there's a takedown as Guzman got it back, but then lost it. Ball deflected high in the air. And Gutierrez got bumped down, and they'll call the foul here. There's Enriquez that called for that last foul. That's now 11 fouls committed by LeTourneau. It's going to be Aldridge, the goal scorer, on the free kick. Aldridge's kick was deflected. Trying to head it back towards the goal, but not getting a lot on that one was Carrillo. And played easily that time by Martinez. Now we're coming the other way as Bobby Keary called for that foul. I'll get ahead Guzman. I'll get it out wide. Now trying to set up a centering feed here. And I'll get that one to the goalie, and getting down and playing that one was Martinez. LeTourneau at midfield. Ball is going to be played there by Avila. Ernesto Avila, the man between the pipes for the TLU Bulldogs. And the goalie got collided with, and Palmer, we'll see if that one draws a yellow card. And just a foul. Clock moving, 3:30:42 left to play. And that'll be out of bounds. TLU with the throw in.
Substitution for both teams. In the game for the Yellow Jackets. Number 30, Jaron Wilkerson.
Jaron Wilkerson.
Number 12, Hayden Frankie. Number 26, Evan Pacheco. Number 34, Nico Gonzalez.
Jaden Frank checking back in for TLU. Also number 27, Evan Pacheco, and number 34, Nico Gonzalez. So wholesale substitutions for the Bulldogs. Turning out, advancing to the offensive end, but the kick will find nobody here on the other end, though. Racing to try to play that one. And they're going to give the corner here to TLU. That was a really good hustle there by Nico Gonzalez to create that corner kick. There's a header that's going to be out wide. TLU keeps possession. That's going to be deflected out of bounds off LeTourneau. And we have a whistle. And we'll do it all over again. Bulldogs coming in with a record on the season of 10-4-3. A ball up in the air and well wide of the goal. So the goal kick coming here for, and that'll be Diego Sanchez credited with the shot. 12-7 in shots in favor of TLU, 7-4 also in favor of the Bulldogs in shots on goal. The most important one, the goal scored by Carson Aldridge, the Klein High School graduate. Nelson trying to chase this one down. Coming over was Nico Gonzalez to play that one, and directing traffic that time was Lopez. We'll get over on the far side. And Pacheco with possession here. He's being marked by two defenders. Pacheco into the corner. Pacheco able to get through. And Pacheco still alive and got dispossessed of the ball there. Good defending. Nelson trying to turn it upfield. That's going to be played immediately here and taken back by the Dogs. This Bender's going to go back over towards Avila. That'll be a throw in for TLU. As again, they are now in the attacking third. And Bulldogs with possession. That ball is going to be tipped. And that would have been in the goal had not Avila got his left hand on that and tipped it over the crossbar. So a chance there to make it 2-0. Now this will be another corner kick. This will be the fourth corner, third here in the second half for TLU. So the set piece here for Texas Lutheran. And ball headed back towards the goal, but played fairly easily there by Martinez. Martinez boots it off to the left side. TLU able to clear it towards midfield. It'll go out of bounds on the far sideline. And we'll get substitutions into the match as 4 fresh players in for LeTourneau, 1 for TLU. As David Villarreal, the substitution for the Bulldogs. We'll give the substitutions here in a second for LeTourneau. The ball booted out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Yellow Jackets. Ball headed there at the midfield circle. Jeffrey Bedeker, one of the substitutions, as well as Leandro Ferreira for LeTourneau. Now we'll get it ahead. Rushing to try to save that one, and good hustle right there that time by Frank. As Sanchez, good centering feed there, but cleared out of the box. And a whistle there as getting on that one was Henry Shore. And that'll be foul number 7 committed by TLU on the evening. As we are approaching the midway point of the second half. And the ball's going to be headed out. LeTourneau keeps possession. The ball to the far post. Deflected off the foot of a defender. Now TLU looking for a run out. We'll circle it back. Play into the middle. Getting over there that time was Van Wagner. TLU gets it back. Then the aggressive challenge there. That's going to be whistled on Bransford. And a player down here for TLU. Yeah, first yellow card of the match is going to go against Bransford. As Evan Pacheco, the player, still down here for TLU. So while they look at him, we'll take a quick break here on Flow Sports. And we're back live. There's a kick into the box. And I think there's going to be a foul even before as the shot attempt was being made. Still 1-0, Texas Lutheran with the lead. And a foul is going to be called there on TLU. Clock stopped here with 20:46 left to play. Official talking to a couple of players here. Look like Evan Pacheco. So here's the free kick from LeTourneau. That's going to be cleared off to the left. Ball down this far sideline. Another collision there. There's two players fighting for the ball. Into the middle, looking to turn it. And Wagner clears up the near sideline. The TLU will play it. Now go off one of the LeTourneau defenders. As we now go under 20 minutes left to play.
The game for the Bulldogs, number 4,
Cristiano Perez.
And number 43, Mario.
So Mario Salazar as well checking in. And the ball is headed back. 50-50 ball there. And I think we're going to get a foul on LeTourneau. The 13th foul of the match committed by the Yellow Jackets. Off the foot got to the side, and there's an injured player down here for LeTourneau as the foul was whistled. And so while they look after this injured player, we'll take a quick break. Back after this timeout on Flow Sports. And we're back to play here in Round Rock. Sammy Schmorgan is the Yellow Jacket shaking up on the play, but he's walking off the field under his own power. So it will be free kick here for TLU. .18:46 left to play in the second half. As Bransford coming over, is trying to get to that one was Perez. Marcos Gonzalez, number 25, checking in for LeTourneau. As Wilkerson will inbound the ball here in this near corner. Ball being, there's a battle for the ball here. Around midfield. This is Perez here on the far side. Lays it back. And I think they're going to get Gonzalez on the challenge there. They'll call the foul. As Bremont was there. He's walking a little gingerly. Some contact with the ankle there. And they are going to give the yellow card here. So with that aggressive contact, they do give out the second yellow of the match against LeTourneau. So Marcos Gonzalez goes in the book here. Clock stopped once again, 17:42. Left to go in the second half. Ball headed out of the box. Gonzalez comes to play it. And opportunity here with a little bit of space for LeTourneau. That closes down quickly. But the Yellow Jackets keep possession here. They find somebody here at the top of the box. And that's going to be cleared out by TLU. And we will go the other way. Pacheco comes away with that ball, nicely done. Trying to get it inside there for Gonzalez. And then the ball hit out of bounds by LeTourneau. 16:40 left to play.
The game for the Bulldogs, number 10, Carlos Longoria.
Carlos Longoria checking back in. He got a long rest here. Now he's back onto the pitch. As Gonzalez looks to turn with that one, Longoria chases that one, trying to chase it down, but Marcus Gonzalez able to keep it for him. Now Marcus Gonzalez tips it ahead. Good job going back to play that one. Longoria over there challenging. Got Ferreira on the run. Has the ball taken away. Headed into the middle. Headed back to the right side. And the foul there called on LeTourneau. Call that one on Leandro Ferreira. We close in on 15 minutes left to play. Good job coming in there by Gutierrez. He'll head that one out of bounds. Throw in here for the Jackets.
Substitute for the both teams. In the game, LeTourneau. Number 10, Bridge Bumblecary. And number 13, Nelson. In the game, the Bulldogs. Number 9, Raymond Palmer.
Raymond Palmer back in for TLU, and Caleb Nelson back on the field here for LeTourneau. .15:08 left to play. The clock starting once again. And once again, the clock is stopped. There's the long throw in. On the far side, trying to create a little bit of space. Trying to get it into Marcus Gonzalez. No luck. Here on the far side. Trying to chase out of that Van Wagner. He'll hook high in the air and over towards the LeTourneau bench. Clock ticking here with 14 minutes left to play. Those minutes on the clock very precious here for LeTourneau as they trail at 1-0. And a whistle goes against LeTourneau here. In fact, this will be against TLU. Ball boot and deflected out by the Bulldogs. Still kept in the box. And a loose ball, a little dangerous, but cleared out. Bodies falling all over the place here on the far side. Ferreira trying to get to that one, and they're going to whistle a foul. And some pushing and shoving between Ferreira and Palmer after the play. I believe they're going to call Ferreira for the But rather than Palmer, that was Aldridge getting involved there. Palmer heads it to the middle. Trying to find Gonzalez here on a run. But again, that's going to be booted safely away. The clock slowly bleeding seconds and minutes here.
Substitutions for both teams. In the game, the Yellow Jackets. Number 3, Morgan. And number 29, Henry Short. In the game, the Bulldogs. Number 2, Elijah Lopez. And number 11, Jesus Carrillo.
Lopez and Carrillo back on for TLU. Shore and Schmorgan return for LeTourneau. Now TLU on Palmer trying to get to that one. That ball leak into the box and now kicked away by Martinez. Over to get to that one. Was Bransford. I'll tell you with possession. Another trip error at the top of the box. Clock will be stopped with 11:17 left to play. Again, precious time ticking away here for the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets. Nelson on the far side trying to make a run. But he got tripped up. And they'll call the foul there. I believe they're going to get Villarreal for that one. Ball is headed and now played by the Bulldogs. Trying to clear it. They get it back towards the midfield area. Well, LeTourneau still on the attack here. Ball taken away and coming back to get it is Wabukiri. A battle for possession there, and it'll be a throw in for LeTourneau. There's over 10 minutes left to play. We're here on the near side of the box. And that's going to be deflected. That time off of Bransford. And TLU with a throw in as we go under the 10-minute mark. And again, the clock is stopped. Now they whistle it ready for play. We'll have a throw in on that far side for it'll be for Texas Lutheran. Nelson heads it ahead, but now Shore gets dispossessed there by Hart. Good defending there by Alex Hart. Clock ticking down towards 9 minutes left to play. And that will result in the goal kick here for Ernesto Avila. And the Bulldogs able to keep that one in. Nice run here, but that's going to be well offsides. I believe the first time the offside flag has come up in this match. Closing on 8 minutes left to play. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. Throw in coming for TLU. And LeTourneau gets it back. And play back to the midfield area. Now run out here for the Bulldogs. And Bransford comes over. He just runs over Jaden Frank. Frank will get helped to his feet. That'll be a yellow. Yeah, that was very aggressive by Bransford. That's the second yellow of the match on Bransford. The third yellow card over. In fact, I'll call that set on Ferreira. So it was Ferreira on the card. I think it was Bransford, but they did get Ferreira for that one. That'll be played fairly easily there by Martinez. As LeTourneau trying to press the offensive attack here, trailing 1-0. Brought the ball Ferreira. Directs it towards the goal, but headed out. And another header gets it back out close to midfield. Wapikiri. He's out wide for one of his teammates, trying to chase that down. Like Shore. In fact, that was Nelson. Closing in on 6 minutes left to play. There's a reverse kick, and coming over to play that one nicely was Avila. No harm done. And we'll have a couple fresh players coming in here off the bench for TLU.
Number 34,
Shots on goal now 9-5 in favor of TLU. 15-10 in shot attempts in favor of the Bulldogs as well. Martinez comes to get that one. We have 5.5 minutes left to go. Nico Gonzalez now back in for TLU. One kept in the field of play. Nelson trying to get to that one. But a chance here, and that is going to be just a little high. An absolute golden opportunity there for Palmer to get what would have been the clincher.
Yeah, Palmer just missing that one. Top shelf, just right of the goalpost, and again, that one would have put it away for TLU and moved them on to face Colorado College for sure.
So still alive this match is LeTourneau. And Palmer is there. Palmer using that length to get to that ball. Now leaving it off for Guzman. Into the middle. Yeah, will be a blast. I'll go high up over the cage.
One of the things we've seen both from TLU late and Colorado College late, the best defense was actually a good offense. Keeping the ball deep in the defensive third for their opponents ultimately led to suffocating their offensive opportunities and really kept them from putting any opportunities to put something on the board.
Under 4 minutes left to play. And it is time coming perilously short. Easy for me to say. It is getting tight here as LeTourneau has 3.5 minutes to try to even up this match and force overtime.
And LeTourneau's really going to need a breakdown by TLU on the defensive end. And if you're TLU, you're almost making sure you pack it in on the defensive end to let nothing happen, nothing get by you, no types of misplays.
Yeah, you're going to have probably 9 players down that defensive third trying to choke off any attempt. You want to keep LeTourneau on the perimeter here, not let him get into the box with anything. There's some service into the box, but delivered back out on the kick. Trying to find Shore. Nelson trying to chase that one down now. Wabikiri. And towards the near post and playing that one safely was Avila. 2.5 minutes left to go.
And if you're Avila, you just want to send this one away to midfield. Get it away from your offensive third.
And one of the players down here for TLU. Very hard contact there.
Time ticking away on LeTourneau's season with just over 2 minutes to go.
That time that was Nico Gonzalez, who was the player who was down, but he's now back on his feet. That's Ferreira trying to turn it upfield. But they'll get it back now. Avila will kick it towards the midfield circle, just past the midfield circle.
Avila doing an excellent job there, just getting it away from the goal mouth.
And that ball deflected up in the air off the kick there from the goalie Gonzalez. And a save, and this one is a goal!
And right there, just nothing you can do. A breakdown by LeTourneau's back line, and it ultimately results in a couple of opportunities. The goaltender standing on his head for the first 2 saves, but TLU able to get it through and punch their ticket to the men's SCAC Conference Championship Final.
That will be Jesus Carrillo on the goal. I'll see who they credit the assist. Palmer got the first shot there, then off the rebound, it was.
I doubt there's going to be an assist there because It was off the goaltender where he got his rebound on his own shot.
Yeah, this may be
and then put it straight in.
Yeah, this may be unassisted goal here for Carrillo, but the upshot is it's now a 2-0 lead, and this thing is over. TLU is going to advance to Sunday's championship match to take on Colorado College, and that is going to be a tremendous matchup. And indeed, Carrillo will be able to be an unassisted goal for Carrillo.
Again, you see TLU putting the heat on once again as Palmer has it on the weak side.
Palmer almost had it through on that centering feed.
Sent it through the box here. And again,
and get a corner kick there, as nicely done by Guzman.
And again, you've seen the best defense for TLU has been putting immense pressure on the offensive end. And ultimately what that has resulted in is TLU really breaking down the door in this LeTourneau defense and really putting this one away.
And that allowed them to get that insurance goal, and now time ticking is with 30 seconds left to play. Texas Lutheran will improve their record now on the season to 11-4-3, and the season will come to an end. A good tournament here for LeTourneau. They battled very hard and to get a quarterfinal win in overtime, and they kept this 0-0 going into the second half, but goals by Aldrich and Carrillo are send TLU on to the championship match. And there it is, your final score here in semifinal number 2. The Texas Lutheran Bulldogs 2 and the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets 0. We'll come back to wrap it up here on semifinal day at the 2025 SCAC Soccer Championships on Flow Sports. Now our championship matches are set here, as on the women's side, it's going to be the upset-minded Concordia Tornadoes, who knocked off the number 1 seed TLU. They'll be taking on the 2 seed, the McMurray Warhawks, at 11 a.m. for the women's title on Sunday. And then in the men's, it's going to be the top 2 seeds advancing, as it was a pair of 2-0 victories. First it was Colorado College knocking off Austin College, and now here in the nightcap, TLU wins it 2-0 over LeTourneau to send the Yellow Jackets home.
Yeah, an excellent semifinal Friday for the SCAC Conference Soccer Championships. We had excellent games throughout. We had really the powers that be in the men's side of the tournament, the Colorado College Tigers and the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. They really flexed their muscle and really put their stamp on the semifinal matchups to get to what we expected to see in a 1-2 showdown in the men's championship match. And for the women's side of the bracket, it was McMurray handling business, getting the job done, and then it's been a great effort from the goalkeeper for Concordia, as that goalkeeper has had put up 2 clean sheets thus far. If she can put up a third in the championship and take Concordia to the championship, I think we're looking at potentially the player of the tournament in between the pipes for the Concordia Tornadoes.
Yeah, we talked about during the break between the women's matches and the men's matches that Avery Wright right now would be the MVP of the tournament should she post 3 straight shutouts and send Concordia on to the national tournament. But that is going to be a very big challenge against McMurray, who came up strong in the second half for that 2-0 victory, as they move on to face the Concordia Tornadoes in the championship match. And now the TLU men moving on here is a couple of very impressive performances. Colorado College, that's going to be a tough out because they just did not give up many goals.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Colorado College is able to get out front early, and I think that's the key, right? Texas Lutheran's going to try to get ahead because playing from behind is not a recipe for success if you're facing the Colorado College Tigers.
And very quickly, let's go through the stats from this one as we wrap things up tonight. In terms of corner kicks, it was 6-1 in favor of TLU. 3 yellow cards issued to LeTourneau, 17 fouls against LeTourneau to 10 for TLU. And you had 20 shots on goal, 20 shots total for TLU to 11 for LeTourneau. Shots on goal, 12-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. So our championship Sunday is set. On the women's side, it will be the Concordia Tornadoes to take on the McMurray Warhawks. And then at 2 o'clock in the men's championship match, the top 2 seeds advancing, as it will be Colorado College to take on the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. So that's going to wrap things up here for Semifinal Friday.